Get strong.
Hello everyone and welcome back to another Commander deck profile. In today's profile we're going to be talking about Paws, Emperor's Voice. Now I've had this deck in the works for a while and I'm really enjoying Paws. The whole Paws is an aura based enchantment deck where when an aura enters the battlefield, if you cast it, you may search your library for a aura with converted mana cost less or equal to that aura's mana value. So if you play a level 4, you can search for a 4, 3, 2, 1 and just put it onto the battlefield attached to Paws. Now Paws is a 2 mana, 1 white, 1 colorless, 2/2. So you can get this card off turn 2, and hopefully if you have an aura in your hand by turn 3 you can pay 3 and aura, and already you've doubled your value. Paws is definitely it can get you set up quite quickly, a lot faster than all the other players, because some people may play them turn 4 or turn 3 depending on their mana value and what they've had in their starting hand, but you'll know that you can guarantee getting Paws out at turn 2. So let's get on to the profile. Obviously here's my copy. I kind of want to replace this with the showcase, because the showcase does look pretty good. If you guys haven't seen the showcase, I'll put it on screen now. It looks really nice. I do want to get in foil. So I actually won 13 creatures, I believe, in the deck, counting the commander, which makes it 14. So it's similar to Knights, where I didn't have a lot of creatures. But here we have Transcendent Envoy. Flying and aura spells cost 1 less, so it's a 2-drop 1/2 with flying and auras cost 1 cost less. That's really good. We want to make sure that our auras cost auras and enchantments costs as little as we can. We have Starfield Mystic, which is a 2-drop 2/2. When you enchantment spells you cast cost 1 less, so already that's 2 less mana right there. And we have the Enchantress, that says whenever you cast an enchantment, a little part of me wants to say equipment because I've used the word equipment so many times. But yeah, whenever you cast enchantment spell, you draw a card. So already we have draw power and making things cost less. Speaking about making things cost less, we have this same knight from my old knight deck. Auras and equipment cost 1 less to cast. Again, we have Armored Sky Hunter. When it attacks, look at top 6. You may reveal an aura or an equipment and put them onto the battlefield. If an aura was, if an equipment was put onto the battlefield this way, you equip it to target creature. I have this you can't see his name, but he's a nomad myth maker. With 1 white and tap, put target enchanted creature card, basically an aura. This is very old text. So the new text says, white tap, put target aura from your graveyard, from a graveyard into play attached to a creature you control. So yeah, it's just a really nice free drop. Pay a white tap. I'll put this aura back to Paws, because let's be honest, Paws is going to be the only creature that has auras attached to it, realistically, unless I have Thorax and Vinegar. Next we have Scram, which is just whenever you cast an aura, enchantment, an aura, an equipment, or vehicle spell, you draw a card. So it's just more draw power. I need as much draw power as I can in this deck to get into so many of my auras. Next we have Mangoa, the Diplomat. You guys saw this? I had him in my Elish Norn deck. So, whenever an opponent attacks with a creature, if two or more killers. If two or more of those creatures are attacking you and or planeswalker you control, you draw a card. Whenever an opponent casts a second spell each turn, draw a card. So if my opponents cast spells more than, like, if they cast a second spell, I draw a card. If they attack me with two creatures, I draw a card. So again, it's just, I need as much draw power as I can, because mono white, I need to make sure I have a lot of lands in hand. Because some auras are pretty pricey with mana wise. That's why Deep No Town is back in the deck. So flash 2/2 2-drop. When one or more lands enter the battlefield under opponent's control without being played, so like cultivate, you may search your library for planes put onto the battlefield tapped. This only triggers once each turn. Pretty simple. The next creature, I really like this card. I really do love Master of Ceremonies. Beginning of your upkeep. Each opponent chooses money, friends, or secrets. For each player who chooses money, you and that player create a treasure token. For each player who chooses friends, you and that player create a 1/1 green and white citizen creature token. For each player who chooses secrets, you and that player draw a card. So if everyone chooses like money, we all get, each of them will get a treasure. I will get 3 treasures. If they all go citizens, they get 1 citizen each, I get 3. If they go for draw, each of them get to draw a card, but I draw 3. Yeah, I really like him a lot. He was in Jetmir. He was in my Jetmir deck, which I really enjoyed because it was just, I'm going to spam as many citizens as I want. Next, Grand Abolisher. My opponents can't cast spells during my turn or activate the abilities of artifacts, creatures, or enchantments. It's just to make sure that I don't get counterspelled and all that. Reaction Vindicator, because I am running that enchantment that says when it deals damage, it takes that much damage, which is why it's still in here. Plus, it's a really problematic card. I might bait this in case they want to blow up Light Paws. The last creature, which is a Sun Titan. Now, I'm pretty sure I'm not wrong, pretty sure I am right. Sun Titan can get ores. I even looked it up. Sun Titan can get ores from the bin, as long as they are mana 3 or less. Because it's permanent, and when they enter the battlefield, they will still equip, or they will still attach to a creature. So all your level 3 or lower ores you can get back with Sun Titan, which there's a lot. There's like 18 ores in the deck. There's a lot. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, 13 creatures. 14 counting the commander. Now for the basic artifacts, we have a Soul Ring because we're playing commander. A Fort Vessel for the unlimited hand size. Pearl Medallion because we're running a mono deck. I like my white spells costing 1 less. And we have a Converted Jewel. Converted Jewel has become like, it's in the fort. It's kind of like that thing. Converted Jewel is pretty much the best card in the building. Because when it enters the battlefield, you draw 3 cards. It taps for free in only 1 mana. Whenever one or more creatures and opponent controls attacks you and aren't blocked, so if you don't block, they get to hit you. It's kind of like the Monarch. This goes to their board untapped, and then they get to draw 3 cards. So you can actually get some alliances done with this. Like I don't know, I can say, Ben, if you hit me with a 1/1 instead of that 8/8, I'll let you have the jewel. But yeah, it's really good, and I'm happy to pay 6 mana for it. Okay, next we go with the equipment, which there again 4 equipments, 4 basic artifacts, 4 equipments. We got boots for the hexproof and haste, so Light Paws has hexproof. Foreign power suit equipped creature gets a +1/+1 for each or an equipment attached to it, and it also has Ward 2. So if it has like four auras, I'll play this. It's now gaining an extra +4 and has Ward 2, which is great, so Light Paws gets bigger and even more protected. Mithril Coat, Flash, indestructible, enters the battlefield, it attaches to target legendary creature. The equipped creature has indestructible and it has free to equip. But that you don't really matter about the pay free to equip, because as soon as this comes onto the battlefield and attaches to Light Paws is even more of an issue to try and get rid of. For the last one, it's a commander play. We're running a mono deck, and yeah, commander play. Yeah. Equipped creature gets +3/+3 and has protection from all colors that's not in the commander's color identity. So I got protection from everything except for white, which the Hexproof comes in handy just in case there's a Sword to Plowshare. Now for the instances. We're running an enchantment deck, so we're running a Lion Tutor. We are using Reprieve for to return a target spell to its owner's hand. So if there's something I don't like, I can just say pay 2, I'll return that to your hand, and I get to draw a card. Pretty simple. Sword to Plowshare, card removal. Disenchant its artifact, enchantment removal. Struck Midnight, non-land permanent removal. It's like a generous gift, except it makes a 1/1 human and not a 3/3 elephant. And I can never pronounce the first name. I'll just call it Blessing. So target creature gets +2/+2 to the end of the turn. If it's an enchanted creature, or an enchantment creature, it also gains hexproof and indestructible. This actually saved Light Paws from getting destroyed, I want to say yesterday, being yesterday was Sunday. So yeah, it was handy, very handy. Surge of Salvation, you and permanents you control gain hexproof till the end of the turn and prevents all damage that will be dealt by black and red sources to creatures I control. And then Lorne's Escape, target artifact or creature gains hexproof and indestructible, Scry 1. I don't really use the... I guess if a commander play ever gets destroyed, I can just use this on it. Tefari's Protection, just so I can phase myself out and not die, effectively, because I only really have one creature on board. For the last instant, we have Rebuff the Wicked, a counter spell in white. Counter target spell that targets a permanent you control. So, yeah. Like Source of Plowshare, Path to Exile, just anything that could be an issue. Let's say anything that can get rid of my commander, pretty much. Next, we go on to the sorceries. Now, open the armory. It's a aura or enchantment, aura or equipment search. I deck Tutor, searches for a enchantment. 3 dreams. Search your library for 3 auras with different names and put them into your hand. That's really good for like 5 mana. You get 3 auras. Yeah, and you mostly want to get the big ones, because then if you get the big ones, the big like cost, like the 4s and above, you can then get any from the deck pretty much. Gift. This is just if an opponent has more lands than you, you can add 3 planes from your deck to your hand. Cut a deal. Each opponent draws a card and you draw a card for each card drawn this way. So they'll gain 1 and I can gain 3 cards. Ravnica War. It's pretty much it's my it's my multicolor board wipe. So it exiles all multicolored opponents, so it could be commanders or any other creatures that I think are pretty nasty. And then we have Reaver. Return each aura card from your graveyard to play. Other only creatures can be enchanted this way. So all of those auras that were in the bin because you killed like Paws, they're all coming back and they're all going onto like Paws. The same thing is said to like Brilliant Restoration, except this is 4 mana and this is 7 mana. Ooh. And then the last one is Unfinished Business. Turn target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield and return up to 2 auras or equipments from your graveyard to the battlefield attached to that creature. So if I do have like any of my like 13 creatures die, I can just search for auras, and sure, they go onto yeah, they do go onto that creature, but it's fine. At least I have a really big boy on board. Hopefully it's big or not small. Hopefully it's Sun Titan, because Sun Titan's really good. And now for the enchantments. Now I think, was it 7 basic enchantments? Yeah, 7 basic enchantments. We're running a land tax, so we can search for our lands. We have Singrid's Aid, auras and equipments. You may cast. You may cast auras and equipments as though they had flash. Then that's the only big part. The other part's like equipment based. It's in here mainly because my auras could have flash. That's about it. Karmic Justice. Whenever a spell or ability an opponent controls destroys a non-creature permanent you control, you may destroy target permanent that opponent controls. So if they destroy one of my auras, I can then destroy one of their permanents, which is really nice. Ghostly Prison. If they want to attack, they have to pay 2 for each creature. Sphere of Safety. If they want to attack me, they have to pay X, where X is the amount of enchantments I control, which is a grand total of, let's see, if I got 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. I've got 25 enchantments in the deck. Yeah, that's a lot of mana they might have to pay. And then we have a Court of Ardenvale. Enters the battlefield, you become the monarch. At the beginning of your upkeep, return target permanent mana rail 3 or less from your graveyard to the to your hand. If you're on a monarch, that permanent goes onto the battlefield instead. So again, always can come back and equip and attach. Sorry. And the last one is actually Signal of the Empty Throne. This allows me to make 4/4 Flying Angels for each whenever I cast an enchantment. So it allows me to have blockers, just in case I haven't seen any of these. And now for this fat stack, this huge fat stack of auras. So the first one is Mask of Law and Grace. Enchanted creature gains protection from black and from red. That's very simple. And then we have Shield of Duty and Reason. So again, protection from green and blue. So I have both protections from all the colors except for white, because if I got protection from white, I can't equip auras to my commander, because yeah, you can't target or deal damage by white. Spirit Mantle for the +1/+1 and protection from creatures. Unquestioned Authority, enters the battlefield, you draw a card, and your enchanted creature has protection from creatures. So these are all my protection spells. And then we get to keywords. So Battle Mastery, Double Strike, Ethereal Armor, +1/+1 for each charmer you control and has first strike. This one's nuts. It's so good. Daybreak's nuts because sure, you can only cast it, you can only enchant a creature if it already has an aura on it, but that's usually fine with Paws. Enchanted creature gets +3/+3 first strike vigilance and has lifelink, so it's getting even bigger. this card becomes quite an issue when you play a game. We have wings, so creature, the enchanted creature is legendary. It gets +1/+1 flying creature into lifelink. This is in here just because of flying. We have all that glitters, so it gets a +1/+1 for each artifact and enchantment I control. Armored Ascension gains +1/+1 for each planes I control, and also gets flying. Angelic Destiny, enchanted creature gets +4/+4, has flying first strike and is an angel in addition to its other types. And then we have Angelic Gift, it gives flying, and as a battlefield you get to draw a card, so again it's more card draw. Now Timely Ward. Timely Ward's really good because you can cast it as though if it had flash, if it targets your, if you target your commander. Don't know what my camera's doing, it's a little bit fuzzy for some reason. It gives the creature indestructible, which is pretty good. As always, I'll leave a link to Arc Deck in the description below if you guys want to check out the deck list. Gift of Immortality. When a enchanted creature dies, return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control. Return Gift of Immortality from your graveyard attached to that creature at the beginning of the next end step. So if Light Paws was put into the bin and this was on it, Light Paws will return to the board, and during that end phase, as long as they don't kill this the second time, this will return attached to Light Paws at the beginning of that end step. And then we have Sage's Revive. You get to draw a card for each aura you control that's attached to a creature, so I can draw like, I think I've drawn 10 cards once. It also gets a +1/+1 for each aura attached to a creature, so it gets, again, it just, this, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, there's at least 4 to get a +1/+1 for each aura on build. Songbird's Blessing. Now this one's really good because this can get, at one point it actually got me Battle Mastery and I kind of wiped out Todd. Whenever the enchanted creature attacks, you reveal top cards of your library until you reveal an aura. That aura, you may have it enter the battlefield or you put it into your hand. Because when the aura enters the battlefield, equips to a creature. Yeah, or I should say attaches to a creature. So yeah, this can be very dangerous. And then we have Mantle of the Ancients. So you guys know I had this in Knights because I brought back my equipment, but it also brings back auras from the bin attached to that creature. Then it gets a +1/+1 for each aura and equipment attached to it. And for the last aura, this aura is only ever going to be equipped to one creature, and that is Phyrexian Vindicator, because you guys remember from my Elish Norn deck, whenever enchanted creature deals damage, Guilty Conscience deals that much damage to enchanted creature. So if Phyrexian Vindicator deals 5 damage, this deals 5 damage to Phyrexian Vindicator, and then Phyrexian Vindicator will prevent that damage to then target, I don't know, my opponent to take 5 damage. Oh look, Phyrexian Vindicator was dealt damage, it now takes 5 damage and repeats process until everyone's dead but me. Like, I think I've said it before in the Radagast profile, I really enjoy playing mono decks at the moment. It is pretty. I am really enjoying myself. And now we get on to the lands. Again, 34 lands. I like to have 34 lands. And not a surprise, I have one of my new favourite lands in the deck, Sunken Citadel, because the card's so good. Sure, it comes in tapped, but you get to choose a colour, and you taps to add 1 mana of the chosen colour, or you can tap to add 2 mana of the chosen colour, but that can only be used on land sources. which is great because it also helps for channel. So that's why we're running this. If you channel it for 2 colors and a white, it deals 4 damage to target creature, target attacking or blocking creature. Obviously, it costs 1 less for each legendary creature you control, so it could just cost. Effectively, it could cost nothing, and I could like kill something. Mist Veil Plains. It comes in tapped, but you can pay a white and tap it to put a target card from your graveyard on the bottom of your library. Activate only if you control 2 or more white permanents. This card is great because it allows you to recycle your ores that are already in the bin, so then you can search for them again. This card's honestly really good. I did get a reprint in the list. It's in the list from you can pull it in Murders of Call of Mana. I had to look at the box to actually figure out what the name was, because it's still a new set. It came out, well, it fully came out Friday. Hall of Heliod's Generosity. We're running an enchantment deck, so of course we want to have enchantments for my bin back on top of my library. And thanks to this, I just need to tap this to get it back, pretty much. War Room for the draw card. Linkry Tower for the unlimited hand size. Temple of the False Gods, so I can tap it to add 2 cards mana. Command Beacon. I decided to add Command Beacon into this deck because so many times, before I can get the right enchantments, Paws dies. So at one point, it could get to like a 6 command attack just to summon this. So you can tap, sack Command Beacon to put this into your hand from the command zone. So it only costs you 2 mana. I did last night. And yeah, it kept me in the game. I didn't win the game, but it kept me in the game to do damage. Mirrored Landscape, perfect for monocard decks because you pay to sack and search for up to 2 basic lands that share the same type, so I search for plains. For the last land, it's just a Maze of If, just so that if a big commander is coming at me and I do not have flying, I can just tap this to untap and make it do no damage. Yeah. It's like £5-6 pounds. At least that's how much I bought it for. So it's actually quite cheap. A really cheap land. And obviously the rest of the lands are just basic plains. You know me, I like to have all my lands matching the commander, so these are all Neon Dynasty plains. It took me ages to actually get them because, yeah, not a lot of places have them. So yeah, that has been my. Make sure I'm actually yep. So yeah, thank you for watching. If you guys want to see more deck profiles and more or less discuss, feel free to hit that bell and subscribe to get notified when I get more videos. And yeah, I have actually got a lot of videos planned because there's been so many new spoilers, and I'm hoping we get some new Fallout spoilers pretty soon too, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, hope you guys enjoy the rest of your night, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.